Happy Friday. It's the 22nd. And where I am, it's cold. It's really, really cold. No snow on the ground, but yeah, it's cold. For all you people that's in Florida, hating on all y'all right now. I can't even wear my baseball cap no more. I got to throw on the Scully. But anyway, it don't matter. What's going on, Bob? How you doing, man? Today I'm going to talk about Black Friday deals, Homage watches, some affordable watches. Let's get into the watch of the day. I do not have a Homage on. I do have a Hamilton. This is the first Hamilton I've ever purchased in my life. And I think this is an amazing watch to walk. When you're doing watches, I walk up here. It's real easy to look down on. And this one actually, I'll show you, this one actually has, he'd say, oh yeah, it got cold all of a sudden. This one has a 24-hour counter on there too, right? So like you can, like Zulu time, military time, you see with a 12 and 24, everything, like it teaches you the orientation of that. So if you have something with a 24-hour scale on it, or you want to know how to read 24-hour timing, that one is a quick, you just look down, like, oh, okay, so one's 1300, right? That's what that represents. So when you see 13, 14, 15, you just 13, 1400, 1445, yeah. And real quick, at the 12 o'clock, so 12 being the PM, 24 being the AM, you can either say 2400 or 0 hours. Just for those that didn't know that. All right, so yo, DK, DK is in the building, bro. Listen, let me tell you something. When I tell you I was getting emails about you, people was texting me, yo, where's DK at? I said, bro, he's in the military, bro. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's on deployment. Welcome back, sir. It's good to see you in here. Get your butt back to doing your videos, man. Come on. I know you got a lot to talk about, so welcome back. Okay, the welcome's over. Get your butt back to work. I'm waiting. All on it. No, but seriously, welcome back. Last night, real quick, when I was on Instagram, if you follow me on Instagram, man, I gave a tribute to all of our soldiers and all the people that's active duty in our public service, from firefighters to our police officers. Not so much the meter readers. Yeah. Y'all petty sometimes, man. You know, I'm like, hey, I'm walking. I'm like coming to the car. I got held up in court a little longer than I thought, and I had like seconds to get to the thing, and you'll still write the ticket. So your public service who meter readers gets no love. If you're a meter reader, I don't even apologize. I know you're just doing your job, whatever. Just putting the smack down on our friends overseas. I'll get back to it, brother. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Smack down, bruh. TT Connect. What's happening? I'm at Starbucks waiting for Eileen in the mall. With you keeping me company. All right, so let's get into it, man. Today, all right, real quick. We are 3 minutes and 27 seconds. I'm going to do, this isn't even a commercial. I'm going to refer you to my link in this very live. There are about 5 or 6 links to Amazon that I chose, right? And I renamed some of the watches. Trying to be a little clever with some of them, but they are Homage watches, and that's what we're going to talk about today, is Homage timepieces that you can buy right now Black Friday on Amazon, or if you don't want to go to Amazon, you can actually go over to, Islander Watches has a number of great watches, and I'm going to show you some watches here. First off, and I think, Bob, you would like this one, Aragon. Now, this right here is called the dive tank. I chose this one because of the blue, and the camera's actually picking up that blue pretty good on that back facing camera too, so I'm a little surprised at that. But look how bold that is. Now, this is a thick piece. I want to say it's about 14 millimeters thick. Helium escape valve. This bracelet did not come with it. I ordered that bracelet. The bracelet that came with it was an actual blue rubber, it was blue rubber, which I still have. It's great, right? But I chose this bracelet because of its robustness. I just wanted that. Look at that, man. That thing is serious work. Milled clasp, right? You got 3 levels of micro adjustment on there. And you have two parts of the safety. You got the fold over safety clasp, and then you have the release. Simple. Then you have the blue rotor. Now, for those that don't know about Aragon, a couple of years ago, if you bought like one of the dive watches or a piece that was under $200, you would just get a simple rotor. But now he's put that blue rotor because like the blue rotor always came on like the more premier pieces. But like, I'm glad he added that. So this one has that cog style. I know. Can you hear that? It's kind of tough too. So that bezel, cog style, is still pretty grippy. Now I don't know how that would be if you were to dive in this, if that would be functional with a wetsuit. I would imagine, you know what I'm saying, with being those gloves, maybe a little harder to turn versus your coin edge. But for those that's not diving, I think this is an amazing watch. And you can get this watch for under $200. I think it's like $150, $170, somewhere around there. And Aragon, I did not put a link to Aragon down in the description, but all you gotta do is go to Aragon.com and look at the Black Friday deals. They're affordable. And today's watches, again, Homage. So this right here is one of like DK's favorites, you know what I'm saying, Bell and Ross. So you see that squares design, it has like that Bell and Ross, like, you know, not so much. I guess you could say it's Homage. It's kind of tipping his hat to it, but it has its own design language, so to speak. Pretty nice. All right, moving on to the next one. I'm going to jump right into like a Datejust style watch. Look at the profile. Islander. And here is something beautiful about this watch. When it's not on sale, you can get this watch for around $350, I think it went, about $350. I chose that coral, but that's more of like a peach flavor to me, linen dial, and it is powered by the Miyota movement. The Miyota is like the equivalent to the ETA 2824. Really, it's still high beat, really nice. I love it for its affordability, and it still has the high beat rate. But then look at the bracelet, Jubilee style bracelet. Yeah, and I guess you have to say Jubilee style. I don't know. You know, I may be able to get away with saying it's a Jubilee bracelet. I don't know, but I don't want it with Rolex. You know what I'm saying? I've already had once before. I definitely don't want it with them. Hold up, Captain Spalding, what's going on? Hello to all in the chat. Event yours. How are you doing, sis? Hope your husband's doing well. I did a toast last night to all military veterans and spouses. So you were a part of that. If I didn't call you by name, you were a part of that. I don't need a specific date to acknowledge our military personnel at all. Never. Because I'm a veteran 365 days a year until I stop breathing. That's a beauty, and that bracelet was a steal at $40 from. Yes, it was. That's, yeah, Bob. You know. Jason, what's going on? What's up, Jay Jones? How am I doing? I'm doing fine. How are you doing? Ken, what's going on? Checking in from Pittsburgh. I like that. Pittsburgh's in the house. Okay, so this piece right here actually cost me, it was $215 after he dropped the sale. I bought this last year. And then I had what you call crowns. I didn't use my crowns. He had gave an additional 15 or 20% off during the time. I think I got this during Black Friday last year. So I ended up paying like $125 or $135 for this, for a Miyota movement, yo. So I'm telling you this. We've had this discussion about Homage watches. So let me just, there's no disclaimer. I just want to talk about the one thing that's talked about on YouTube and in private discussions, and not so much private, but when it comes to Homage watches, some people feel that it kind of dilutes the original, right? You know, because it's like, hey, why buy a knockoff when you can buy the real thing? And, you know, with that question, I want that person to think about there's a couple things you can think about. The price, right? So if you were to get like an Oyster Perpetual or, you know what I'm saying, a Datejust style watch, um, you're talking thousands of dollars, 7, 8 thousand. You know what I'm saying? If you could find one used or find somebody that's really hurting for money, which what are the chances of that? But you could possibly get, you know, a Rolex for $4 or $5,000, you know, used pre-owned market. But you're still going to pay a premium. And if that's not in your budget, if you are the type that I can spend $1,500 in a year on anything frivolous, anything that's not bills or whatever, I can only afford $1,500 per year overall. Well, this will be in your wheelhouse, something like this, because you're talking about, you know, about $200. You know what I'm saying? And that even out of $1,500, because you got to think about, what if you like going to the movies? What if you like going on date night? You know what I'm saying? Or you just want a beer or something like that, going out to dinner, all that extra stuff outside of buying groceries and stuff for your house. These would be great choices. And since I've had this watch, it is phenomenal. The loom is great on this. I mean, absolutely amazing for what it is. It goes, I actually matched up with, I got a couple pairs of shoes that this thing matches with. And it does have a good level of micro adjust. So, you see that right there. And I love how it's quick, easy. Let you see how this look on the wrist. Flick of the wrist. So look at that. Boom. Dressed up, ready to go. Or, you know what I'm saying, you put a little sports jacket in. Y'all see I got my wool on today, man, because it's cold. I walked up here, man. It's cold outside. And then it's as simple as this. Press that. Slide that sucker off. And then everything's right in the world. You know what I'm saying? You got a beautiful watch. Even if this is the only watch you buy in a year. And I wouldn't recommend this for just like everyday use, because that is an acquired taste color. But he do have colorways. Let's see. This is an Islander timepiece. Is it the Brookville? Hold on, let me see. I think it's Brookville. I could be wrong, but I think this is Brookville. But it's Islander, 100 meters of water resistancy, and it got on the back, 9015, sapphire crystal. I don't know if it's front or back, but I do know at least it's the front. And then you got that beautiful blue rotor, similar to what Wing does. So you can get that watch. And I went on Islander website, which again, I will highly recommend. Go over to Islander because he has a list of watches. I can't tell you. I know ADPT is one. Of course, you got the Islander brand. He has Squale, Spinnaker, and his Spinnaker collabs. His Spinnaker collabs are amazing, man. I highly recommend those. Great looking watches. Let's see. Hold on, let me get it to you. Thank you, Trap, and all other vets. No problem. Bob just got the Aragon Millipede. Buy one, get one. Sun and Moon Dial. Oh, okay. Caved and got the Black Sand 8 Auto. Oh, that's too funny. If it weren't for you guys, we wouldn't have the freedoms we do. We appreciate your service. Yes, man. And that's why I don't wait until Veterans Day. I will do it throughout the year. I just want to celebrate, man. Because sometimes, like, you may not know how many veterans suffer, man, on a regular basis, or just in their feelings about life because they had a job to do and now they're back. And some don't work. Some can't work because of the trauma. Just don't know, man. So my heart, man, I love them. I just do, man. Like the men and women, man. And I just do. That's all. And of course, too, like police officers and our firefighters, man. Yeah, they do this every day. They deal with the worst of humanity, man, on a daily basis. So I just, I always commend and always want to, give my honor and respect to them on a regular basis. Okay. All right, let's see. Fire, beautiful watch. The color scheme is pretty for me, not hubby. Oh my gosh. Okay, so far I've shown two different companies. You got Aragon and you got Islander. You can go to either one. Both of them are having an amazing Black Friday sale right now. Now, Islander, all of his Black Friday sales are not up yet. He did Marathon, I think is one of them, but he has so many options, man. So there's one thing I learned when I was in sales. One thing I learned about not spending people's money, and I'm not here to insult you, or because you may be a big spender. You may be one that's like, hey, bro, it's nothing for me to spend $10,000, man. Where's the $10,000 watches? Well, there's no Homage watches at that price point. So today I'm covering all of the watches that I've experienced, that I've dealt with, that are homage to something else. So meter readers, yeah, man, I can't. You know what? I had a meter reader once before. I was just coming out of VA hospital, and I had got some bad news because I got hurt. You know what I'm saying? I went to Iraq, and I parked over at like over there by VA, and I was trying to get my benefits, and I got bad news that like it was gonna be postponed and blah blah blah. So it went a little longer. So as I'm coming out, I synchronized my watch to the meter. I literally had minutes to get to the meter, and I'm walking, and I see the meter reader pop up. Didn't think nothing of it. Do you know? As I'm walking up to the car, the thing expired. He said, "Oh." So he started writing. I said, "Hey, I'm on this car." He said, "Well, it just expired." I said, "Well, I know I synchronized my watch. It went over the time. Just trying, you know what I'm saying?" He was like, "Nah, you late, bro." I said, "I'm here, though." Gave me the ticket anyway. It cost me $25. I took the ticket, and I was like, he said, "You have a nice day." And I almost cut, man, I want to cuss him out so bad. And that was the one time I didn't, because I was already feeling some type of way about, because fighting for your benefits, that's why I honor veterans, man. Fighting for your benefits sometimes could be a pain. A lot of times could be a pain, you know, because there's people that file for benefits that ain't nothing happened to you. Ain't nothing, it's like somebody told you the code and how to get extra money, but it's some of us that can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got damaged, you know what I'm saying? Because I expressed this. Any veteran that went overseas and fought, and you suffered any firefights, explosions, and stuff like that, it's one thing to be in a firefight. I've always said, after getting hit, rocked by an explosion, bro, like that is the worst thing I've ever experienced. Like your whole body hurts. Like it takes your breath. And like you just, it's almost like being reset. You know what I'm saying? Somebody hit the reset button, and like everything has to come back online, man. Like I couldn't hear, and I was like, what the heck just happened? Couldn't comprehend nothing. I'm just in the daze for then suffering a concussion for the, you know what I'm saying? So again, I just respect vets, man. I have that in my cart in Silver Excursion. Oh snap, today is Black Friday. I need to lock in. Spinnaker is doing a good one. Yes. And that's the other one. So thank you. Move me along. Spinnaker. This is the Spinnaker hole. Now this thing comes in a various color combos. I chose this one because I love blue. But you can get the chronograph too, which is with the Black Friday sale. I want to say it's like $169 or $79. Somewhere around there. But keep this in mind. They're not using a Swiss quartz, but that doesn't mean that it's not a great quartz, because like the TMI or the Seiko quartz that they use, I have no problems out of Seiko quartz. And granted, like when you get into companies that use the Ronda, you know, the 5050Cs or the 8040s and stuff like that, those are great. People that love that retro date, those are great movements for your watch. All I'm gonna tell you is just watch the company that you get it from, the prices. That's the most important. But this hull, of course, reminiscent of the Panerai, if you can see that cushion case. This is one of my favorite Spinnaker watches, and I have four Spinnaker watches. Well, three, I guess. It's still a Spinnaker, but it was a collaboration with Islander watches, y'all. So this one right here ran me about $169, $170. NH35. You have the sign rotor back there. Simplistic. Like for this, you got a screw down crown, right? You unscrew it, pop it out, and manipulate the time, set it, Get you a little wine in real quick. You know what I'm saying? About 20 and 30 wines. Push down is real easy, real simple. Anybody can do it. Anybody. But I'm gonna tell you this: when you screwing it down, don't crank it down. Don't crank it down, and you'll tear your seals up. But then you look at that. Okay, she's alive. And I can tell you this: the loom on this thing, phenomenal, phenomenal. So if you're trying to spend about now, again, you can go to Spinnaker.com, SpinnakerWatches.com. You can go to IslanderWatches.com. And AragonWatches.com. All right, I'm thinking about getting myself a watch for Christmas. Haven't worn. You haven't worn a watch since 2010? Okay, wow. What kind of watch are you thinking about, Luciano? Yeah, man. Yeah. What are you thinking? J3 equals 100%. He said I'm locked in. All right, remember, if you just came into the chat, if you go into my description of this live, I have a number. And just tell me what you think of the names that I was calling these watches. Speaking of which, I want to go into Pagani Designs. I do have a number of Pagani Design timepieces. Hold up. There's one in particular that I know I didn't bring out yet. Hold up. I always recommend if you drink coffee, get that flavor, man, but make sure you drink plenty of water throughout the day. It's caffeine. That caffeine will dry you out or dehydrate you. Definitely will dehydrate you. Okay. Looking for a particular watch in this case that I thought I brought with me. I may have left it at the house. Let's see. See, what's up, Oscar? Welcome in. Yeah, I may have left that watch, but I do have one of the. I do have a Pagani with me, so we'll just go with that. No worries. No worries. All right, set this off real quick. Okay. All right. Pagani Designs. This right here is the Hulk version, homage to Rolex's Hulk. And I don't know what year Hulk, because I know there was like two different versions that I saw. But what's this? Okay, as I speak, Shop HQ just sent over an email saying that they have watches, percentages off watches. Now, this watch, I got this because I want to see how close to the Hulk it was as far as a homage. Now, what they did was on here, they mimicked Rolex's design when it comes to the bracelet. Now, that friction clasp is sort of weak. I mean, it's not bad, but you know, it is what it is. Then it has the adjustment underneath there. It has like this adjustment. It's cool. You know, not bad. You know what I'm saying? You just push it into place and stuff like that. It's powered by the NH35. There's nothing fancy about that. And it does have sapphire crystal. I doubt on the back. I'm pretty sure the back is a mineral. The loom on it glows blue. And it's not, it's all right. It's all right. You know what I'm saying? For the price. Now, that's the thing is, too, is what would make you feel like, okay, this is a deal, is the actual price of this watch. So I got this watch for 85 bucks on a Black Friday deal. I want to say 2 years ago. It was 85. And I went and looked on my Amazon account to verify. So I paid $85 for this. And it's weird how Amazon does. So what I did was, in my description, I went and found the cheap, because it's like, I don't know why they do this. I guess it's just different sellers. But you'll see a seller that has this watch for 85. Then you'll see somebody else that got it for 119. If you're not careful, that's why, like with Amazon, I went through and I found the cheaper prices before I put those in there. Stainless steel, like anything else. Profiles reminiscent of a Rolex, or just your regular dial style watch. You see how balanced it is, and How would it look on the wrist? And this is for those that's like, you know for a fact you're not about to spend $14,000 chasing down natural hope, or actually finding somebody that will sell it to you, or an authorized dealer that will sell it to you. So it's cool. Finishing on it is okay. You know what I'm saying? Like this watch is 2 years old. They have done a great job since from 2 years ago. Their finishing is a lot better now than it was 2 years ago. But I think overall, if you get the newer version, which I think they're about $100, I think it's worth it. Now this one had a lot of play in the. We'll talk. Somebody was calling me from New York. I'll have to get with you later. All right, so yeah, this one. Oh, if you can hear it. It's okay. It's sort of sloppy, honestly. But for the price, $85, NH35, Sapphire Crystal. It's a homage to the Hulk. It's okay. But I didn't choose that one. I chose a different Pagani design. I chose about 4 Pagani designs in my description. Shop had a $20 off code, not 20%. Oh, was that 20? Okay. We just got some snow here. Oh, man, I hate snow word, bro. When I woke up and saw that snow, well, it wasn't a lot, but I was like, gosh. And then it's going to be like 60 degrees tomorrow. That's the crazy thing, man. Pneumonia weather. Almost about to snow. My whole name on the initials. Oh, you was asking what his RDNR stands for. Okay, all right. Good morning, Joe. I did. It was, man, look, I ate before you guys came on. Good question. I've yet to see a difference between the Swiss and Asian movement. This is what Bob is saying. What kind of watches are you thinking? Okay. And you know the thing, Bob, is this is where I love about here. I'm going to, do I have a, oh, I actually have an example of a Swiss made movement. This right here is my Glycine, which I'm going to talk about at the end. This one right here has the Miyota 9000 series movement in it, right? Both of these are running at the 28,800 beats per hour. And if you look at, I would refer you guys over to Mark from Long Island Watches. I want to say 3 videos ago, either 2 or 3 videos ago, he talks about the Swiss movement, like the 2824, the Salida 200. They're in the same vein versus the Miyota 9000 series, which is equivalent. It's the Japanese version. On the road, but still listening. 9000 is high beat, right? Yes, 9000 series is high beat movement. Yep. And what was crazy was, as I was looking at this, I had a watchmaker tell me that they prefer, or he prefers to have a watch, like vintage watches, movements that had 17 joules, and they had a lower beat rate. They were more accurate and they were more robust. However, with these movements, high beat, if you hit your watch on something, it's not going to disrupt it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the beat rate is so high. But he prefers to have that steady beat of like he said between 1,700 and 1,900 beats per hour was his sweet spot. That's what he loves, right? So I was interested in that. I don't have anything that beats that low. And the closest thing to that will be the NH35, right? Which they say workhorse. You could beat the brakes off of one of those watches, but it's all about personal preference, and as you like research the watches. But for those people that's like, some people don't care. That's one thing I learned about watchmaking and stuff. I mean, watch collecting. There's a lot of people that don't care about the movement. They do not care. They don't know anything. They don't know enough. It just looks good. So what I'm showcasing for you guys today, for example, here I just showed you guys this. My overall, if I was gonna do like a alphabet scale on this one, I'd give it like a B minus. Really nice watch, you know what I'm saying? But there's some like some imperfections about it. You know, I wasn't really the clasp because I was wearing it and I had it with my sweater and it actually unbuckled it came loose. I was like, dang, it's weak. Like the clasp needs to be a little stronger than that. You know what I'm saying? So if I was to wear this as a beater or work out in it, I could very well like it'll come. Now you'll feel it, but I didn't like that. Plus, y'all know I'm a bezel. I love the bezel turn on the watch, and it's very sloppy. It's very sloppy. So, but it's functional. I dig it. I like it. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, now I'll go into a watch that. This is for my Tudor fans. Anybody that is into Tudor, snowflake hands, this has to be one of the more favored watches that I purchased this year. That's a homage to the Black Bay. And this is a Homage Black Bay Pro GMT. Now this has the NH34 in it, and they got colorways that the Tudor does not offer, but Sam Martin did a great job. So push button, I still got plastic on there. And this thing is very comfortable. The finishing on it is, I love the finishing on it. It's not as thick. I've actually put on the Black Bay Pro. Black Bay Pro is really nice, man. Very distinctive. It's very sharp. I like it. But then I was seeing people, Tudor fans didn't like, they thought it was too thick. They just didn't like it. Some people didn't like it. But like, look at that female end links on it, man. It just dropped straight down. Great articulation on the wrist. This, I say, is the perfect homage. Yes, I said the perfect homage functionality, man. I enjoyed it. I work out in this watch too. Really nice. I really like this watch. And I love the army green on it. That's why I chose this one. Now, the blue one would have been my second choice. And you can get this watch for just under 200, like 180. And I don't think that's bad for a watch that, and then as you can see on the back, reminiscent of what Rolex and Tudor does. Closed case back, coin edge case back, or screw in. Really nice. And I think I may have even put this one in there too. I could just remove that plastic. I keep forgetting to take that off. But yeah, finishing, as you can see, brushed. And then you do have like some polished areas. The chamfered on that thing is beautiful. This is a dynamic piece, man. And I want to say I did include this in my description. Be the Difference Clothing is in the building. What's going on, Joy? Hey, how you doing? Kimosabi. People must think my name is Fred Upton, because whenever they call me, they say, hey, F you. Wow. Let's see. Long Rangers in the building. Jay Jones speaking. My girl Joy just came in. Be the Difference. The Loneliest Monk. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So I have a treat for you guys. If there's any Rolex collectors in the chat right now, I have something. I'm calling this What the Rolex. And anybody that's in the sneaker community know what that means. What the Rolex has to go to what's in this box right here, AKKNIGHT. And I actually left a link to this. I've never sized this watch. I've never taken it out the plastic. Probably keeping this watch for something, I don't know, to give to somebody at one point. But What the Rolex Celebration Edition. There you go. Now, this is a quartz movement. Anybody that knows a Rolex knows what this is a homage to. But you can get this watch right now for the cool price of $38. What's up, Space G? Now, this is in my link. It's in the description. I think it's something fun. It's laughable to like. I think it's like poking fun at, like Rolex or whatever. Because I know when Rolex brought theirs out, it wasn't received well by some people. Some people did not like the fact that, you know, they were like, what is Rolex doing? They got all this crazy stuff on the dial. It's fun, right? And this company, they homage that piece, but you see they got quartz down at the 6 o'clock, high polished, and they did not mimic the bracelet. They didn't, you know, they just left it, say, hey, we just gonna give you something. The bracelet is cool. The bracelet is cool. It's $38 for a quartz watch. $38. I think that'd be cool. That's a cool piece. What y'all think? I'm probably gonna do a giveaway. I may buy some other ones, man. I mean, at $38 and do those as giveaways, I think that's cool. Oh, and then what comes in the box, like they got a tool for you to like size it yourself right out the box. But this right here, great homage piece, made in China. You know what I'm saying? So it does say it's waterproof. I don't know what the bar is. Hold on, let me see how waterproof, the waterproofness of this watch. 5 bar. Japan movement, so I'm pretty sure it's probably a Seiko movement in there. TMI movement. Julius, the Great Santini, what's going on? Everybody's speaking. Okay, so let me see. We've been on for 36 minutes. So I presented, for those that just came in, I'll recap. This is one of the first watches I shown today, which is from the Aragon watch company. Something that you can get for under $200. If you spring for the bracelet, I think it'll be a little over $200, right? And I'm not counting your monies. $200 may not be anything. It may be a drop in the bucket for you, or it may be a challenge. You may have to save up to get this. But during the Black Friday sale, I would recommend that you go over to Aragon. Look at what he has, because he do have some watches that's under $100 that you may like, or you want to give to somebody. But I chose this one. This is called the Dive Tank, and it has features of like a real cushion case, square cushion case, like Bell & Ross style, right? Really nice watch, robust. I like it. Or you can go into a more elegant look, or sporty, if you will. Or I'm gonna say casual. I'm not even gonna say sporty. This is more of a casual watch. And I chose that color because it's peach. It reminded me of those peach chews back in the day. Penny candy. Tell them my age, man. Some of y'all don't even know. Y'all don't know what penny candy is. Y'all don't know. But this is the Islander, man. Miota movement. Date at the 6 o'clock. Symmetry of this watch is beautiful. Well built. Super comfortable. Very affordable. I enjoy it. Go over to Long Island and get that. I don't get no kickbacks for Aragon, Spinnaker, Islander. However, all the links that's down in the description, I do get a kickback for that. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't buy, share that link out with your loved ones that want to buy watches. You know what I'm saying? All that little stuff helps the channel out. Because I'm trying to buy somebody something for Christmas too. And not my family, some of you guys. Or like somebody that just came into, somebody just graduated, or they're in school. I'm gonna buy somebody a watch that don't own a watch. I showed this Spinnaker as well. This is the Spinnaker hull, AR coating. This has an NH35 in it. Very robust, beautiful. Then this is a sporty watch. This could be an everyday piece, one and done. I've said that when I first bought this watch. This could be a one and done. You know what I'm saying? Like, you spend about $170. You got an automatic watch that's simplistic but dynamic at the same time. And right now you can't tell, we don't have any sunlight coming through because it's like overcast. But there's a light sunburst to this watch. This watch is dope, super dope. Then you have the Pagani Design, which is it's okay. But again, this was 2 years ago. They have done a great job between them and San Martin. Addie's Dive. I don't have any Addie's Dive. Man, I should have brought my Captain Willard with me. But y'all know I got the Captain Willard style Addie's Dive. What's that San Martin? It's San Martin, but it's same company. Thank you for sending this note to me. Appreciate you. You are welcome. You're welcome. I pray that you get more. Matter of fact, let's pray that Vic, because I think Vic wants to utilize. You got 4-wheel drive on your vehicle. I hope you get about 2 or 3 feet more snow. Merry Christmas. Don Juan, what's going on, man? How you doing? I love my new watch I bought from a guy on the street in New York City. If I believe it, I ran 1 mile in 15 seconds. Wow. Jay Jones talking about I'm sorry. Jay Jones, I hope it's snow on your head too. How about that? So while you're sorry, I hope you and Vic hug each other in the snow today. Be one big happy family. Snowed in brothers. That's what we call y'all. Yeah, we had 2 inches. Looks like a summer day. Well, I work 15 minutes away. Crazy. Goodness. Goodness gracious. All right, so I showed you guys all of these. Now, not so Homage watch, a major company that I do want to talk about that I highly recommend that you guys jump on, right? I was asked a question, and you may see, well, I'm pretty sure you'll see a video on a different channel in the upcoming future before Christmas. Before Christmas, I was asked about what watches I thought were the best to buy between a certain dollar amount, right? So I want to say it was like between the $500 to $700 amount. What would I recommend, right? Outside of these watches that I showed you, none of the watches I showed you were over $200, right? And I'm even going to say this one because this one was over $200 because of the bracelet. But if you buy it as is, it's under the $200 mark. So all of the watches I showed and talked about are $200 and below. The watches that cost more than that I highly recommend that get slept on is that Glycine. Right, so you can get them in different variations. I want to say about 5 or 6 Glycine pieces in my collection. And the bezel, as far as like the divers, they're not 120 click, they're 60 click bezels. They're not the greatest sound. It's like a low thud. You know what I'm saying? So I don't get that crisp satisfying feel. However, aesthetically, I love the colorway. I love the simplicity of it. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to read, and it has a utilitarian vibe to it. But then it's Swiss made through and through. Great running watch. Construction is amazing. This is an A+ watch for me. And the only quals I've seen online about these watches is that they're owned by Invicta. Now, where do you buy these watches at? If you went to glycine.com, right, I wouldn't recommend that you buy those because you're going to spend a pretty penny. I would say like Ashford's would be the best place to go for one of these watches to obtain. And there's always a sale going on. I would even call it a Black Friday sale, but I guess, if you want to just participate, let's call it a Black Friday sale since we're talking Black Friday. This one right here, and there are a lot of Invicta collectors that have yet to obtain this, right? You're slipping. That's all I'm going to tell you. You guys are missing out on a phenomenal dive watch. And in my opinion, I do not have the Invicta diver with me. I like the 9937 OB, the original Pro diver, the 40 millimeter. In comparison to this one, I like that one because it's, more of like a Submariner style, but it just don't compare to this one. This one just the profile alone. Just the profile. This thing is under 11 millimeters tall. Right, and the lug is about just at 50 millimeters, but that thing just sits so comfortably. Now, this isn't the original bracelet that came on. It came on an H-link bracelet, but you see that? I actually bought that. It's Glycine. I bought this from InvictaBands.com. And I've seen reviewers talk about this watch being like, well, the lug is too big for my 6 1/4 inch wrist, and that may be true. But for me, I'm at a 7 1/4. The loom on it is adequate. Let's put it to you like that. It's adequate. It gets the job done. It's really nice. But I will highly recommend, and they have them in so many different variations. And there's one, and the only reason I got this, and I know we're talking Homage, there's a Glycine combat sub that is reminiscent. It's a GMT. It's reminiscent of an older Tudor. Yep, without the snowflake hands. And I would recommend that you just go over on Ashford and look through all those, man. I'm telling you. And this is here's the kicker part right here. Let me get to. I have a 9937 OB with gilt at a 2824. I enjoy mine. Oh man. Well, I'm just getting all kind of calls today. Wearing the 15-year-old Invicta Ocean Reef. They don't make them like they used to. They don't. You have about 18 Glycines trapped. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Get out of here, bro. Ride off into the sunset, man. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. My only Invicta. That's a good one to have. That's a good one to own. Just a trap. What do you think of those Glycines, but quartz? Absolutely amazing. When I tell you the quartz version of the Glycine, you can't, I mean, for the price. So I'm glad you got on that one. The best I can tell you guys right now, there are a lot of companies right now. There are a lot of companies right now with the home shopping networks, with some of these upcoming upstart companies, micro brands. You will run into Swiss quartz and they charge you a premium for it, right? Durability, functionality, warranties, and all this other stuff, man, you can't, because you're going to get a 2-year warranty with Glycine, right? And I have yet to have to send my watches back for anything, right? But in the event that I do, I know, like, I'll just send it back to Glycine, do whatever. But that watch, if you go to the right spot, somebody posted last month that they bought their quartz Glycine at $129, $130. That's, and the crazy thing is, once you get the watch in hand, like, the camera is not doing this thing justice because it is well crafted. I'm talking about like the finishing, and the quartz versions offer colorways that you can't get with the automatics, which I'm like, it's almost like if you're into the fitted hat community. I love fitted hats. I really didn't like snapbacks, but the snapbacks always had the best colorways. So I was forced to buy snapbacks, and now I like snapbacks. I feel the same thing about Glycine. I was like, really don't want a quartz because I want the automatic, but like to get into a quartz movement with that Glycine, I don't mind. I say, yeah, yeah, this thing is on point. I love them. Those things they're legit, man. They're legit. And you don't bend those brims. Yeah, get out of here, Vic. So I highly recommend those, and I'm telling you the best places to go. Oh my gosh, I got you. Like you definitely, like, the places I go, man, I don't be spending a whole bunch of money for, and then sometimes you get like codes and stuff like that, man. I'm always looking for a deal. But this is what I'm gonna tell you, something that I've yet to see on YouTube, except for, let me see, TGV did it years ago when he actually, I want to say the Urban Gentry reviewed this particular watch, or was, no, he talked about, the GoldenEye, the GL0093, and then you got the GL0073, are both GoldenEyes, and I don't know what the difference in between the two. To be honest, I'm pretty sure there is a difference in between the two, but both of them come with that rose gold, contrasting like the black and stuff like that. Beautiful watch. I actually have one in my collection. Changed out the strap because I didn't like the strap because it had like the leather and rubber together. I did not like. That strap was gross. I was like, get that up out of here. I couldn't fool with it, and I ended up buying the Milanese bracelet on from Amazon for like $30. Okay, I need suggestions. Okay, Glycine is the best deal going and high quality Swiss watches. Yes, and that's the Santini, Great Santini. That's the thing is because it's owned by Invicta, people are missing out on a great watch. I'm gonna tell you this: one of the best watches that you can get from Glycine is the Airman. You get that with that Salida 330 in it. That watch has one of the, like when you wind it, butter. I'm talking about buttery sugar cookie, man. Soft, moist, Toll House. It's just, it melts in your, oh, it's so satisfying. It is so satisfying, man. In comparison to some of the watches, and I'm like, yo, I've held, handled, going to these ADs, looking at these watches, and I'm like, my mind always goes to, okay, this company is asking a premium. I'm looking at the movement, and then even with the micro brands, same movement, same quality, you know, and I give it up to the micro brands. Micro brands are killing it. A lot of them are. But you got a brand that has history from 1914. And may I remind you that these watches are based around military use. So when you're talking to a veteran, I'm biased when it comes to this, man. I think that was the best thing Invicta could have done was buy Glycine. Now, I hope and pray that they never interfere with the build quality of it. I hope they don't start making, you know, like these different weird designs of Glycine, because I want them to keep the heritage of that brand. I always put this watch up because it was like my first combat sub, right? That I earned this watch, you know what I'm saying, for being an ambassador for Shop HQ a couple years ago. And the fact that this combat sub was utilized by military personnel at one point, you know what I'm saying? It's a great dive watch. The basic stuff, you know, 200 meters. And keep in mind is when these watches are tested and they say it's 200 meters, your watch can actually go past the 200 meters. Just FYI, they can definitely go past it because they, like, I have a watch that is rated, the watch that I built is rated at 100 meters, right? My watch was tested at 230 meters, and that's not even screw down crown. They just kept it, and it was tested on a Rolex, that Rolex machine. I'm about to buy a new Swiss-made watch. I'm tired of paying $10 for watch changes. I can't do my own. My eyes and sausage fingers prohibited trying to stick to all those. Bob, that's what I did. That's the only downfall to now. My favorite quartz to this day, right now, would be my Lunar Pilot. I absolutely love that watch. Absolutely. That for a quartz watch, that thing is amazing. Does Glycine make a 48 millimeter watch? I want to say they did, but I know they got a 46 millimeter Airman. They got a bigger Airman, which is hard to find because, like, Ashford to have it one day and then it's gone. 46, the loan and build are just incredible. Yeah, that's it. So you're talking about that Airman. It's 300 meters. Yeah. You know what's crazy is I saw that watch and I put it in my cart over on Ashford's to buy because I was like, oh man, what's the chance of me ever getting this watch? And as I went to buy it, somebody had, like, they sold out right when I was buying it. I'm talking, and I haven't seen it since. Next time, Godfather's talking smack. Split screen and live stream and use Google Maps. Oh, you stupid. I still enjoy battery changes, but it can be frustrating at times. Yeah, because especially when you got all them, when you got a bunch of batteries, oh, it's a headache. It's a headache, bro. That's the Glycine. Yeah, I'm telling you, if you guys don't buy nothing else Swiss made, man, the Glycine, you can get the combat sub. Tremendous price, right? Tremendous price. In comparison, and what I want you to do is do your homework, and it's not going to take you that long. Look at a Swiss-made timepiece. I'm going to give you an example. What's the company? Mass Horology does a Submariner Homage. Comes with about 3 or 4 different straps options, right? I saw the watch in its entirety. It's a beautiful watch, and man, dude's out of Detroit. Great watch, great looking watch. And if I hadn't had a Homage or a couple Rolex Submariner Homages in my collection, I would have bought it because it was like $600, right? It comes with a Salida 200. Beautiful watch, beautiful. But compare that watch with the Salida 200 at $600, and then look at a watch like a Combat Sub that has a sort of a different style, or if you want a Homage style, you can. Now, the difference in the two, right? That Mars Horology has coin edge bezel. This one has a coin edge bezel, but this one is a 60 click. That one is a 120 click. This one is coin. Look, it's more. It's like it's beautiful. It's grippy. I believe the Mars Horology's lume is better than Glycine's. I believe it is. However, when we're talking price point and heritage, Mars Horology is a company that's been out for a couple of years. Glycine has been proven since 1914. Now, Glycine has changed hands about 5 times. Different people have bought this company over the years, right? It's just like Fossil buying, what's the thing? The Zodiac, right? They keep the heritage of what, these watches were. They still keep that Swiss-made moniker, and even though Invicta bought it now, I haven't seen anything. Now, I questioned a couple of the Airmen because their colorways were funky, and I was like, Invicta, I hope you're not inspiring or meddling with Glycine, man. Like, I'm watching, and there's nothing you can do as a collector. You just have to roll with it. But if they interfere and start making them do all kind of stuff and like gimmicky stuff on the Glycine, I'm like, that's not it. I'm glad I got the ones I got, but I won't buy another. Dang, a pigeon just got ran over. Unfortunate. Goodness gracious. I hate to see animals get hit. Plus your store inventory. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. There's no way to set that. The video I edited right now is a battery change. The Swiss course always have the itty bitty screw. Ooh. That's another thing I hate about it, man, because I would sit down one day and I was changing out the battery of a Magnum, right? So I'm changing it, and of course you got that little hold down, right? You got the one piece sticking into it, and then you got the wishbone hold down, and the tension was really tight, and it went beep. I said, oh. I was like, no. And the only thing you can do is kind of listen and hope you hear where it hit so you can know where to search. And just so happened, as I'm looking through, it flew on the table next to another watch, and I was like, oh man. And it was the blue label one that Vic gave me a couple years ago. Crazy. It's dangerous. Got an evening watch, all picked out. Meteorite, auto hurt, big, but fits like a dream. Hold on. Invicta Showcase, what's going on, bro? Vic, that's because you're a young guy. Hey, Showcase. Let's see. Plus your story tomorrow. Okay, I got to get over and look at you. I haven't been on Instagram. Did I get on Instagram today? I haven't looked at it. No, well, yes, I did, because Jay Jones, I saw what you wearing. I saw what you wearing today. You talking with Vic? Trap? Yeah. Vic ain't going nowhere. He know what it is. Wearing a Pro Diver Automatic with a Pepsi bezel. Trap, what's the one watch you freak with the most? It'll be that at the top of the list, at the very tip top. Itsy bitsy, itsy, itsy, itsy. It had to be more than one, Vic. It got to be more than one, bro. Because it's going to come down to my Glycine Airman, my 1938, my PRX chronograph, and my Hamilton crosswinds. It's going to come down to those, I think, equally, man. Like, because I'll wear those all day. Like, right now, I just threw this on. You know what I'm saying? But I have, hold on. Because I didn't want to bring these out because we're talking about Homage pieces. But keep in mind, I keep my favorite watches with me. So these are here with me right now. And then my other Glycine is down in the bag too. So yeah, those are, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw your text. I saw that. 5, yeah, okay, yeah, it had to. Man, oh yeah. It would definitely have to be. This is one, I absolutely love this watch, man. I think this is one of the best Hamilton pieces that was ever made. And I'm not a pilot. I don't know how to utilize the calculations for crosswinds. I don't need it. It's there, but like this looks so professional to me. And I'm like, I dig it so much, man. I love that, like that orange. Look at the orange tip of the second hand. That's so fire, man. You know what? I'm gonna put this on orange rubber. I'm gonna order something. I'm gonna order some orange rubber to put on this one. Yup. I'm gonna get a couple of straps for this thing. Yeah. And this one, I'm gonna tell you this. This hasn't stopped running since I've owned it. It is yet to stop running since I've owned it. I will throw on my watches at least. I would change up on average about 3 times a day. I would change out about 3 times a day. Easy. Let's see. What do you think about the moon watch? I think it's fun to have. You know what? I like wearing it. It feels like a toy. It's really light. But I like wearing it. I think it's an amazing summer watch. I wouldn't wear it now. For the simple fact, like where I'm at is cold, and I don't want to test it to where that thing crack or break or something like that, and it feel like that light. I think for the price, the height, and stuff like that, because I bought it for a couple of reasons, right? Because I honestly love the Omega Moon watch, the aesthetics. I do. I don't like the price, but I do like the watch overall. And if I had a chance, the opportunity of getting one, I would. Therefore, that's why I bought the Swatch watch. I like the one I got. Absolutely love it. I think it's phenomenal watch. And it's a shame that you can't get that watch on the secondhand market cheaper than what you get it, because people are going to go up. They paid $270 for it. They got it on eBay for like $400 or $500. In some case, like that Snoopy one, I think that one is upwards of $1,000. So it's a nice fun watch to have. Put it to you like that. Crocodile orange strap for that hammock. Okay, say less. Yep, say less. I will do that. Bob, what's your go-to piece? I was about to crack a joke on Bob. I don't think Bob got a go-to piece, man. He just whatever he can reach out and grab out the box. Bob is not. He don't care. I don't think. Trap, I can't change out 3 watches a day with my small collection. I wish I could put you in permanent timeout. I wish. It's some stuff that y'all be saying. Well, it's stuff that you say that just. Man. Boy, I wish I could put you in timeout. I wish I could put you in a dunk tank. Just put you. I wish I could put you in some frozen water up to your neck. For saying some, I got a small collection. Man, get out of here. That's a thank you, Vic. Put him in timeout. Kick him out of here. Thank you. Good night. Man, you disrupted my whole flow, man. Man, I feel bad for the little pigeon, man. He got his neck broke or something. He just sitting there just twitching. Dang. Okay, so let me see where we at. Oh, we've been on for an hour. Wearing my trusty Invicta 9937s. Oh, really? One of my favorite watches. That is a great watch, man. I'm telling you, you can't go wrong with that. Normally, you know, I'll go into that like what I wish Invicta would do, but you know, I just keep that to myself. But I will tell you, there are so many options out there that you guys go to, and if I can help you save some money on some stuff or find a watch for you, the other thing I will say is for those of you guys that are looking for some older watches, if you're looking for the older Invictas, Deep Blues, Air Blue, which is what is part of the Deep Blue company, the aviation watches. There was what was it? The Calvin Klein. I know one other person had a Calvin Klein with a 2824, which I didn't know that was a thing. Go over to Matt's Watches. Go to Matt's Watches on eBay. That's somewhere I shop at. And type in the search bar, just type in automatic watches and just look at the list. And he has a whole bunch of just watches, man. Phenomenal prices. There's times where he'll I think he had Omega. He has some high-end brands. Pre-owned, of course. Look at the description. Send him a message, though, and ask him the condition of that watch. And he'll tell you honest God's truth about that. And if it's something that is like, you look at the screen and you're like, that look kind of scratched up, talk to him. They negotiate a price with you. He's fair. He's one of the more fair people that I've dealt with on eBay, right? Bulldog Enterprises, and I would recommend him to anybody that's looking for primarily Invicta pieces. He got a number. He has one of the first hydroplated Invicta Magnums on his page. So go over there and check him out. These are places that I shop. Again, I left a lot of links in my description, which I'll probably upload those links to my Facebook page too. And this is just for like people that want to buy watches for Christmas and stuff like that. The Black Friday deals. Wearing my trusty Invicta. Megazoid. What's happening? What's happening? All right, so let's, for those that just came up, I will do a real brief. I wish I had music for this. Yeah, that's terrible music. GMT, Spinnaker, all of these watches are under $200, under the $200 mark. Pagani Designs, and what the Rolex. Yep. Quartz, under $40. Link is in the description. All right, so I think we're good. Trap Drummer Shop is good. Yes, Drummer Shop is good. I've shopped the Drummer Shop for 3 years now. Ashford is somewhat like Ashford is the spot to get. They got, I think Ashford has Javril is the spot you want to go. Javril is like Homage, high-end Homage. Javril, nice. Go over there and get the best deal possible. I think Ashford right now is probably one of the better places to go shop. Especially if you want Glycine, the options over there for that question I had earlier about quartz. That is the best place to find your quartz, Glycine in general, and Invicta. Yeah, you'll be pleasantly surprised once you find out over there what they got. you may not even go back to some of the places that you shopped at. Once you go over there, you be like, oh, why am I spending money? Yeah. But you ain't hear that from me. Poor pigeon. I might go out there and put him out of his misery. Let's see. On Joma Shop, there's Ciosa Blue Dial for yes. I don't know how that has to be direct. I don't know how they're doing that. Well, be honest with you, I do not know how they're selling Ciosas for that low. Citizen Ciosas. Now look, I've talked to Jake, and that's my guy, and I want people to go over there and buy from him. However, there's been a lot of people. They brought that to my attention. It was like, yo, Trap, hey, we love the fact that you go over there to Trifecta, and we almost bought that Ciosa, but like I put it in Google, and I saw it was like a whole $100, almost $200 less. Even with your discount, it's way less. And I can't argue that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how they doing it. I don't even know how they making a profit off of that. I just don't. But you know they making a profit off of it. Even if it's $20 to $30, they making a profit because they're selling it in bulk. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, yeah. And the only thing I can think of is they buying it direct. You know what I'm saying? They got to be buying it direct. I don't know how they doing it. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. JJ, 3 hours to find. I'm watching today. Yeah. Fun fact: spoke with JJ earlier. He has 3 in the cart. With 3 more in his mind, Jerry X said that waitress. My wife flipped out. What? I try to alternate Invicta and Aragon. Okay. All right, hold on. What size the lug width of the orange strap you were looking for? That was a 22, I believe. That was a 22 millimeters. That's 22. Vic, I have no real go-to. I love Invicta, double open hearts, Aragon 2nd Gen, Concept S. And we do know you love that that open heart. Because I remember when you got that open heart from Invicta, bro. Oh my gosh, Bob, you was killing me. I said that dude was so happy with that watch. You posted it every day. Hey, I was laughing so hard. I said, if Bob has never been more proud of a watch, he got a watch from Invicta. That dude, man, every moment you got a chance to talk, hey, what watch you wearing? Hey, I got this double open heart I got from Invicta. Hey, I laughed every time you talked about it. Oh my gosh. I said, Bob is worse than a kid on Christmas. Oh my gosh. I said, look at his eyes, man. The dude, he's like, you just, like, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. They sent me a watch. Oh my gosh, bro. That was hilarious. I'm telling you, you were so happy. Oh, and as I end this one, this is what it's all about, man. You have to enjoy. I just want to share something with you guys today about, Black Friday deals, some Homage pieces that, hey, feel free, knock it out, buy it. You may learn that you may want the original. You may want to save up to get the original version, or you may be content with that. Of any Homage watch that I have in my collection, this is by far my favorite style. I absolutely dig that watch. San Martin does a great job on the finishing and overall, and affordability. That's the biggest thing. What's going on, T. White? What's up, Wanston? Trap, don't give Bob a double open heart. You know what? I know if I do, he will appreciate that watch, man, from here to heaven, man. That one right there, that'll be worth me going out finding a double open heart he don't own and sending it to him. Because, man, the way that man, bro, like, I can't imagine Bob doing an actual backflip, but I'm pretty sure he tried to do a flip over Eileen, man, when he got that watch, man. That man almost jeopardized his whole life and broke his back or hip, threw his hip out. He was so happy, man. Running marathons. Bob was super happy. But what I want to say was with the Homage, no matter what the Homage conversation is, whatever YouTube, and one thing I found out with doing YouTube and just being around this community and stuff like that, a lot of the topics on YouTube may seem huge, may seem large, especially for the larger YouTubers that if they talk about Homage companies and you see that they got 10,000 views on it, right? And some people will be like, hey, I think Homage watches are trash. I think Homage watches take from the real watch that is trying to mimic, if you will. There's other viewpoints to that. Affordability, everybody can't afford to spend. I mean, so the Black Bay Pro is a $4,000 watch or a $3,800 watch, somewhere around there. I saw it used for $3,400. Would I spend $3,400 on that watch even though I like the design? No, I'm good with the San Martin, and that's as far as I'm gonna go with it, right? Panerai. I do want my own Panerai, but even though I do have a Homage to the Panerai right here, that doesn't deter me. I still like it. I'll still wear this watch, but I still want my Panerai. So it just matters. It just matters that like everything on YouTube does not apply to real world. You know, that's just a select few people, and that's spread out. Think about that. That's spread out among the world. So you may not even have 0.4% of the people think that Homage watches are trash. You know what I'm saying? So don't buy into what's being said on YouTube all the time. And then on top of that, you shouldn't buy into it anyway because it's what you want, it's what you like. And then the bread that you're going to spend on. J. Jones, I take double open hearts, just not double open heart. Bypass. And on that note, I'm out of here, man. Bob, you stupid. You stupid. Crazy, man. Hey, man. Hey, I appreciate y'all watching, man. Don't forget, man. Check out the description. Share out the links that I have in there with the people that's buying watches right now, even if you're not. And I greatly appreciate it, man. The affiliate links help your boy out, helps the channel out all together, man. So until the next lightning strike, y'all be blessed. What's that? Anyone remembers Scotty Borders? Yes, I remember him.